Hi, hi. I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for all the love and support you've given to me over the past 4 years of this work. Actually, it's 5 years because I started the blog um in May of 2019, and my paperwork for LLC came on April 30th of 2020. Funny story is I filed my paperwork for my LLC with the lawyers on March 5th. Everything sat down on the 15th, and the email came through on May 1st telling me that I was ready to pay taxes. Um, and then I didn't get the actual paperwork from my lawyers until December 31st of 2020. He met me um in the parking lot of his offices on New Year's Eve, so I would have something to tell my accountants that I was in business. So I am in business. Um, I offer one-on-one coaching. I do workshops every once in a while, and I do book clubs and um yeah, so the one-on-one coaching is my flagship offering, if that's right. Um, so is that way you get the most access to me. I am certified as a wholehearted coach using a mixture of the Enneagram and spiritual direction and contemplative practices like introducing Sabbath into your week and introducing Lectio Divino and Lectio Visio Divisio Divino into your quiet times, like they used to say in the 90s. Now people say coffee with Jesus or office hours or morning office has a nod to the Book of Common Prayer. Um, they have a whole list of scriptures to read every day of the year based on the church calendar. I did that last year, and it was very beneficial to me to do bigger readings that other people are doing. Um, so yeah, so today I want to just give you a nudge to buy this book by Dr. Anita Phillips. It's called The Garden Within. And if I had a required reading list for this community, this book would be on it because it was deeply healing for me, because as someone with cerebral palsy amplifies my emotions. Hey, I cry louder, I laugh louder, I tend to get mad louder, and because of my spasticity, whenever I get really happy or really upset, my fists come out. It's funny because it happens when I'm extremely happy or mad. So people think that I'm fighting with someone. I'm actually very engaged in a meaningful conversation about a topic I'm passionate about. So onlookers tend to be scared of me because they can't understand my voice. They just see me doing this, and they don't understand why. This book helped me understand how my nervous system was designed. God designed us to regulate our bodies and our emotions, and it takes us through the mind and the heart and the nervous system and the neurons and the biggest nerve, which is um your whole body, and it regulates your sleep, it regulates your digestion, it regulates like your breathing, your heart rate. Is a huge nerve in your body, and when it's activated, it can cause a lot of problems, and when it's regulated, it can make you feel like calm and relaxed. She talks a lot about how God designed the heart with four rivers running through it, just like Eden. So she makes a parallel metaphor between Eden and our hearts. And I think that's a pretty good metaphor. Also, she talks a lot about addictions and mental health and our need to tend to our mental health by picking the weeds and making sure we have enough water and sleep. She talks a lot about and how addictive behavior is patterns in the brain. Like it's an easy fix. It's an easy high. And when you break the chain and do a healthier activity, you're rewiring your brain to make better choices. And it's just a really, really good book. I was always told by family members and caregivers and teachers and principals that I was too emotional. I was always too whatever, too over the top, too emotional, too loud, too quiet wherever I was too of that. And what I found is that I'm not sure of anything. I am the way God made me, and I can't emphasize that enough. I am the way God made me with CP, and I just I laugh very loudly and I cry very loudly. But the thing is, I have appropriate responses. I cry at funerals. I cry at, the endings of happy movies. I cry at endings of sad movies. I cry at commercials that make you cry. Like, it's their job to make you cry. That's the whole point. So you buy the thing. Like Folgers, they know they're making you cry by having the soldier come home on Christmas morning. They designed that to make you cry. So it is an appropriate response for us to cry over those things. Um, so, but of course, CP heightens everything for me. So, when you see me cry, you might get a little bit unnerved, but it's just the way it is. She also has a thing in here about just drink more water. Like your body is dysregulated because it's not hydrated. You need to drink liquids. You need to eat deeply nourishing food, which is whole foods and plant-based. And I do a roast, a whole chicken on Sundays. I eat it for lunch. I'm eating the skin, I'm eating the flesh, and I'm getting all the nutrients that God designed us to get when we eat chickens. And she talks about sleep, how we need to get sleep, and yeah, if we don't have those three vital things, our bodies can go into survival mode, and actually, if we don't move our emotions out of our bodies through exercise, walking and crying and just moving your body around. I have a trampoline I use whenever I get upset. I move the emotion around my body to get it out of my head, and it's been proven now that unprocessed emotion and stuck emotions and stuck trauma can lead to autoimmune diseases and other chronic conditions. And if you want to know more about that, you can contact me. I will show you the references. The book that I strongly recommend eating its body. The body keeps score by Professor Benedict, and it's a dense book. It's not an easy book to read, but it's accessible. I read it on a personal retreat I took at a spa resort. I had this book at the indoor swimming pool. It was a long book to read at the swimming pool, but he taught me so much about how our bodies keep our traumas and our unprocessed emotions down in your body. It can cause disease, and that's why this book, The Core Within, is so important, because she tells you that you have to tend to your God, and you have to walk with God, and you have to live to flourish, and emotional pain can hurt our bodies, and like, people think it's mind and body, but your brain is a part of your body, so we have to really tend to our mental health. And the last thing I want to say about this book is about grief and sadness, and people in America, at least, are allergic to grief. But there's all different kinds of grief. There's the grief from someone dying. There's a grief of a lost job. There's a grief of a lost friendship or a lost pet. There's a grief over a crappy job that you need to survive. And there's a grief over just the malaise of, is this all there is? And she talks about how grief is one of the hardest experiences to endure, because it's supposed to end, but it keeps on creeping up. And grief isn't bad. It just needs to be acknowledged and needs to be processed. And there is healing from grief. But like I said, our society limits how much we can grieve. We get 3 days of bereavement when a direct immediate family member dies. We get 6 weeks when we have a baby, and 3 days when someone dies. That is not okay. There's, we barely plan the funeral before 3 days of our pets. A real disservice to our culture when we have to go back to work after only 3 days after someone dies. That is my opinion. I don't think that's in the book, but that's, eh, that is a very strong opinion I have about our culture wanting to rush that, and now people don't even have to see the dead person. The body goes from the hospital to the cremation phase, and when we don't even get to see the person say goodbye. It's a real shame, but all that stuff lives in our bodies and lives in our hearts, and we need to take time to celebrate and to grieve, and if we do that, we will be healthy and regulated. I know this is a hard topic, but if you have any thoughts of suicide or ideation, please call the hotlines. You can call or text 988. If you're feeling so lonely and so despondent, you can't go on. Also, if you're stuck in addiction, there are ways to heal from addiction, and there are groups, AA, NA, find a meeting, go and talk and tell your story at a meeting. It is so healing to be able to tell your story, how you got to the point of addiction, and so I want to call Pastor Anita, Dr. Anita Phelps. His sister died very early. She was like 47 years old after a huge life of mental health issues and addiction, and she got clean, but her body couldn't function anymore. So after she got clean, she died anyway of a heart attack. Her heart just gave out. But I am. If you don't have this book, I will highly recommend you getting a physical copy and the audiobook, because she reads it to you, and it's like 6 hours. But you will take from it, you will take from it so much, how to prune and tend to the garden within. I just want to say that I'm very thankful for you being here. You read my emails, you like my posts, you share with your friends. I just want to say I'm very grateful for you, and I am here if you need to talk about how to move forward in a tough situation, or I can help you brainstorm strategies on how to move from unhealth to health. Thank you very much, and I hope you glean something from this video. Thank you.